In my journey, it was hard. It was around 2015. That's when we became homeless. If it were just me, it would still be hard, but with me having my kids, it was a lot more stressful for me. I found myself sleeping in the car sometimes. I didn't have a lot of family to really fall back on if I needed to. We woke up that morning and we had to figure it out. You know, I had times when I had to act strong or be strong, especially in front of my kids. And when they were not looking, like I had days where I cried. I had days where I wanted to give up, but I couldn't because of my kids. They were really my strongest motivation behind all of it.
The challenges of homelessness, it wears on your mental health. It really impacts the children traumatically. When you think of sleeping in your car, not knowing when you wake up the next morning what you were going to do, and you just went and figured it out. That is a very scary place to be. So I was homeless about 2 to 3 years, didn't have any hope, and needed programming in order to get back on my feet. And going through that, and also going through a bout of incarceration, I was able to find a program that would work with me to help me get back on the road to self-sufficiency. So I'm a product of not only getting a second chance, but the third, fourth, and fifth chance. And I'm grateful for it.
And shelter is very needed in our community. There are people every day who find themselves in the worst day of their life without a home, without a place for their kids to sleep at night. The solution to homelessness, we know, is housing. And that's what we work on here at the Road Home.
What first drew me to the Road Home and their mission is that I believe in housing stability and everyone deserves that.
We serve 250 families and 500 children a year, which makes us pretty unique in the community because we follow the housing first model. And housing first is how you end homelessness. Our housing advocates help families through self-determined goals to reach that level of self-sufficiency. That is what helps bring families back to life or anyone experiencing homelessness.
We say every day that every child deserves a home. We know in the research that if a child does not have the support they need, it's stability in school, that the health care that they need has a ripple effect throughout the whole rest of their life.
I remember meeting Christina, and Christina told me that she wanted to purchase a home. And she was determined that before she leaves this housing program, that she wanted to be a homeowner.
Working with the people in the Road Home, they were very supportive. I wanted to buy a house. That was my goal, and so that's what I did. For my kids to have a home and the support that we were getting, it meant a lot. When we finally got that big break, it was like a dream come true. So like movie nights on Fridays is regular for us. We weren't able to do that when we were homeless. Those moments count.
I've seen families transition from shelter into housing, and I see the difference that happens. I see children that are excelling in school because now they don't have to worry about where they're sleeping at night. I see parents being able to focus on their education, and I've also seen parents get better employment because now they have a place to call home.
Without the work that the Road Home is doing with so many generous supporters in the community, it would leave a huge gap. The shelters in our community wouldn't be able to handle the situation, but moving beyond shelter into permanent housing, that's what we're trying to do here.
You know, the hope is to intervene before homelessness happens. And I think the Road Home has done a wonderful job in doing that, where they focus on prevention as well as intervention.
But I feel like being homeless made me strong. It made me want bigger and more for myself, and I felt like me and my kids deserve that. People from the Road Home, they believed in me, just like I believed in myself.
Donor support of the Road Home and the families we serve is huge. Madison Community Foundation is a true partner of the Road Home, that funder who is ready to be part of change on year one and be part of change a decade down the line.
Madison Community Foundation holds an endowment for the Road Home, established in 2007 and strengthened by donor generosity. The endowment provides reliable, ongoing funding to sustain their mission and support families experiencing homelessness.
MCF has been with us since the beginning, and holding that endowment allows us to make a further impact on the families, continue our programming, and even help families not go through programming, but grow through our programming to be self-sufficient in the community.
To create a home means sharing, loving each other, being kind, knowing that this is our place, and now we have a roof over our head. Nothing brings me more joy than honestly just having my family and I in a safe home. You can think back on those times when we didn't have this, and it makes it all the better.
What stood out the most was the joy that kids found when they heard that they got accepted and when they got the key and seeing kids running in and picking their rooms. And those moments stood out the most.
Madison is such a special community, a caring, vibrant community, and we just want it to be a place where everyone is so proud to call it home.
We want to end homelessness. That journey to self-sufficiency is the most gratifying moment in a family's life, where we can look that family in their eyes with their children and say, welcome home.